Digital Entrepreneurship and Content Creation Internship. So far, you have seen what type of contents are there, how you can leverage those contents to take your idea further. You have been given the assignments to create the podcast or the posters or the ad or the different contents that you have prepared, keeping your business idea into mind. Today is the module that focuses on the final project. So, how do you pitch your digital startup, whatever business idea you have, how you can take it to the partners, be it for funding, be it for approval, whatever be the case, how do you pitch the ideas? Okay. So, when we say pitching the idea, what exactly is a pitch? What do you understand pitching means? Anyone? Abhinav, Ishanya, what do you understand by pitching?
Sir, I understand that you give some information about your product in an interesting way, and so that the
Hmm,
viewer gets curious about your product and also wants to know more about it.
very nice. Ishanya, you want to add something?
Yes, sir. That the pitch should be on the broader overview of the entire business. It shouldn't focus, I think, on a very specific thing like just maybe simply financing or simply marketing. It should be more broad base of exactly what your idea or what your company is and what it aspires that it will be in future.
Hmm, very nice. So, both of you told the right thing. A pitch is like telling a story about your business idea, and that too in a short time, not the long stories, but in a very short, crisp way. It's basically your chance to make others understand about your idea and get excited about it. The whole idea is after somebody has listened to your pitch, they should get curious about your product or the business idea, right? That is the pitch. From here comes the elevator pitch. Now, the elevator pitch comes, the origin of this elevator pitch is when you are seeking any CEO's time or any of the head of the organization or the CXOs, they are very, very busy. If you have to pitch your idea to them, the only time that you get is taking the elevator with them from the ground floor to X floor. Now, that is the time you get where you can talk about your business idea to the CEOs or any of the head of the departments or the government or whoever is the person. And the time the elevator moves is the time you get to pitch your idea. That is why you need to be clear about your idea and you have to convey that idea and make the other person curious enough to give you time or the attention on to your business idea during that short time only. And that is why it is called the elevator pitch, right? Now, in the key things to be kept in mind for any pitch is it has to be short, right? Remember, an elevator, how long the elevator will go is the time you get to put your pitch, right? It's a very small speech. It's not a long speech. At most 1 to 3 minutes, right? And that too of clear talking. No other thing. 1 to 3 minutes of clear talking is the time duration for any pitch, right? Second, it has to be clear. It should be easy to understand. Even if people don't know about that idea, they should get an idea in that 1 to 3 minutes that you are going to tell about your business idea. Third, it should be powerful enough, right? It should create an excitement and it should convey the idea that why your business idea is important, right? So short, clear, and powerful, those are the three things that have to be kept in mind for any of the pitch, right? Now, what do you speak in that pitch is very, very important. You need to first talk about what your business is. It's a simple description of your idea is good enough, right? Second, who it helps, the people who will get benefited. It may be customers, it may be community, it may be students, it may be whoever is the beneficiary, right? Who is going to get help from this business? Third, why it matters. Specifically, what problem it is going to solve or what value it is going to create. These three elements should always be covered in your pitch. what your business is, who it helps, and why it matters. For example, let's say you are creating a YouTube channel that teaches the science experiment for the kids. So your pitch could be somewhat like this. I'm creating a YouTube channel that teaches quick science experiments for the kids. It helps school students enjoy learning science in a fun way. It matters because many students find science boring and I want to make it exciting, right? It's a small, crisp pitch, talks about what you want to do, who it is going to help, and why it is mattering, right? Another idea is My idea is an app that shares easy recipe for healthy snacks. It helps the school students eat better. It matters because junk food is everywhere, but healthy food should be easy too, right? Again, three elements, three sentences, what my app is going to do, who it is going to help, and why it matters. Okay. Keep this in mind whenever you are making a pitch. Now, why pitching is important? Because pitching is not just talking. It is much more than talking. It's about sharing your ideas in a way that it will excite the other people. Your audience should get excited. So it will help them to quickly understand your idea. It will make your business idea simple and clear. People should get it within the first 30 seconds. What is that you want to do, right? So instead of saying, I want to create an app with many features, you could say, my app helps students find study partners easily, right? In the first sentence itself, you should convey what is that you are going to do. Second, when you pitch, it inspires the support from teachers, the investors, or the customers, right? The whole idea is to excite your customers or the audience. A strong pitch can make others believe in you, what you are saying, right? Teachers can guide you, customers may want to try your idea, and investors may want to fund you. For example, if you pitch a recycling campaign, your school might adopt it as a project itself, right? Third, pitching helps build your communication and confidence skills. Again, when you do the pitching for the first time, it may not come out right, but then when you practice enough, you will get it right eventually, right? These three things, how you can speak, and based upon when you do the pitching in front of multiple people, you will obviously get some questions. They'll get curious and they'll ask the question, hey, what does their product do this thing? Can X use this thing? Can Y use this thing? Based upon those questions, you will then refine your pitch. Your pitch should ideally answer all the questions that the customers or the investors or any other stakeholder can ask, right? So with time, your pitch is going to refine further. So when you pitch, you get trained into speaking clearly and confidently. Now, these skills are not only useful for business, but also for other activities like you can, improve upon the school debates, you can improve on the interviews, it can improve upon the presentations. Whatever you do in the future, this skill is something that is going to be very useful for you in future, right? The more you pitch, the more fearless you become. Okay. Now we saw the very high level pitch that it has to cover three parts. Actually, there are five parts to a pitch. First, as I said, introduction, who you are. You can start by a greeting and introduce yourself. You can share your name, class, a short line about your passion. For example, you can say, hello, I am Ananya from class 8. I love solving problems with technology. So this is the introduction of you as a speaker, who audience should know whom they are listening to. Okay. Second is the problem. What issue do you want to solve? Okay. You can describe the issue clearly in simple words. Make it relatable by giving an example or a story. For example, many students in my school forget to drink enough water during the day, which affects their health, right? So this is the problem that you want to solve. Then once you have introduced the problem, you have to give a solution around this. What your product or service is going to solve this. So explain your idea as the solution to the problem. Keep it short and easy to understand. So Carrying on with this, not drinking enough water. So you created, I mean, you can say, I created an app that reminds students to drink water and track their daily intake. That's the solution you are offering for that problem. Okay. Now, once you have given the solution to the problem as your business idea, you have to justify it, why it is different and why it is not just the repeat of any other person what you say, why it is different, why it's better. So you have to highlight what makes your idea special, right? You have to show how it is new, how it is creative, and how it is better than what is already existing into the market. So again, carrying on with that example of drinking water and you're creating the app, you can bring out the uniqueness by saying something like this. Unlike other apps, mine use fun reminders with cartoons and the reward points for the healthy habits, right? So your uniqueness is, it is engaging, it is also leveraging the game theory, right? The reward points and all other things. Once you have brought in the problem, the solution, and the uniqueness, the last thing that you have to do is you have to talk about the promotion. How will you reach people, right? You have to share. How will you tell people about your idea? And you can think of simple digital tools like social media, be it posters, be it word of mouth, school networks, pamphlets, whatever it is, right? So again, the same example where the app is reminding the students to drink water. You could say, I'll promote my app on Instagram. I'll make posters for the schools and create short videos explaining how it works. Right now, when you cover all these five elements, your pitch becomes a complete story, and that is easy to understand and exciting to hear. Right? Any of the pitch has to cover these five parts. What are those five parts? Introduction, telling who you are. Second, the problem, what issue you are going to solve. Third, the solution, your product or service or the business idea. Fourth is the uniqueness, why it is different, why it is better. And last is the promotion, how will you reach out to the people. Okay. Any questions before I move ahead? Abhinav, Ishanya?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so when you are making a pitch, obviously you want to complete a presentation, a pitch presentation, or a 2 minute presentation that you can show to anyone wherever you get time, right? Now, this 2 minute presentation can be broken down into four parts. Okay. The first part is the first 30 seconds where you introduce yourself and you introduce the problem, right? You can say your name, your grade, and then you can share a simple hook. Start with a question, fact, or short story so that stickiness is created in the pitch. Then clearly state the problem your idea solves. For example, you can say, mm, "Hi, I am Ananya, a student of class 8. Did you know that 60% of plastic bottles never get recycled? That's a big problem for our environment." Okay, so two things got introduced, the speaker and the problem. This is in the first 30 seconds. And then the second part is the next 45 seconds where you are going to present your solution. You have to introduce your business idea or the business product or the business service, and you have to explain it how it works in a very simple words, right? Avoid technical jargon. Always keep it short and clear so that people understand. Again, you are pitching to the world where people may not be as educated as you. They may not be from the same field as you are. So your pitch has to be consumable by anyone and everyone, right? So carrying on with the example, Ananya, where she talks about the 60% of plastic bottles not getting recycled. So in 45 seconds, how she can present the solution. For example, my idea is an app called Recycle Buddy. It helps people find the nearest recycling bin and rewards them with points every time they recycle. Okay. So that's the simple way of telling what is that you are offering as a business idea or a business product or a business service to the consumer so that the problem is addressed. So 30 minutes, you introduce yourself, you introduce the problem. Next 45 seconds, you present your solution. Then the next 30 seconds, you have to utilize in telling what makes it unique and helpful, right? You have to share the benefits of the idea. You have to show how it is different from existing solutions. You have to tell the audience how it improves the life or it solves the problem better. Again, taking the example of recycling buddy. So, what makes it unique? You could possibly say, unlike other apps, Recycle Buddy connects with the schools and shops to give real rewards like discount coupons. This makes recycling fun and practical for students like us. So it's not just another app, it's something that is offering more. What it is offering, it is giving the real rewards in the terms of discount coupons, right? So recycling is not a rudimentary activity, but it has become fun and it is practical for students. Right? Everyone is having the plastics, they can go and get some discounts. So 30 minutes, introduction of yourself, introduction of the problem, 45 seconds, you present your solution. Next 30 seconds, you talk about what makes it unique and helpful. Now, the remaining 15 seconds, you have to wrap up and you have to wrap up with confidence, right? You have to end with a memorable closing line. It is something like that you observe in the ads. There is always something, some line, some tagline that will stick in your mind, right? So you have to think of that memorable closing line. You have to thank the audience and invite them to support your idea. So again, if we talk about this recycle buddy thing that Ananya is offering, the closing could sound somewhat like this. Together we can turn recycling into a game and make our planet clearer. I am Ananya and I believe Recycle Buddy can make a difference. Thank you. So this is how you have to put your 2 minute presentation. Okay. Your pitch and presentation are almost in the same flow. Introduction of yourself, introduction of the problem, then the solution, which is your business idea, why it is unique, and then you are closing with confidence with the memorable closing line. Right? That is how you build the 2 minute presentation. Now you understood the element of the pitch, but this pitch has to be told in a storytelling format. Right? Do you know what is a storytelling format? Abhinav, Ishanya, anyone of you?
So storytelling basically, it's like when you introduce a topic to somebody without um and the topic makes continuous sense so that it
Hmm.
flows like a story, and it is easier to understand and remember things even after the conversation ends if our pitch is in, I think, storytelling format, because somebody might not remember the facts after a long time, but if it is linked with an anecdote or with a story, it can be in their memory for a longer period of time.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. Yeah, Abhinav, go ahead. Yes, Abhinav, you were saying something.
No, sir. Sir.
Okay. So very well said, Ishanya. So storytelling is important because stories make any of the ideas memorable. When you tell somebody a story and it is all connected, it stays in the mind, right? But if you give the disconnected information, people may tend to forget the things. But if it is connected and it flows in a storytelling format where you introduce the characters and then something happens and then something solves and then there is a closing, people always remember that kind of stories because they are able to connect emotionally with those stories. If you just put out the facts, nobody would remember them. But if you tell them in a way which is connecting them emotionally, they will always remember this thing. A good story always help the audience see the value of your business. That is why you have to use the storytelling. Now, how you can build your story? You have to do three things. You start with a real life story or an example, right? You can talk about the problem you saw in the school or in the family or in your neighborhood. For example, every morning my classmates throw away half of their lunch. I thought, what if we could create an app that shares the extra food with those in need, right? That's the thing that you observed, and that's the story, right? That is what you saw and you felt and the thoughts that came in your mind. Second, you have to use simple and relatable words. Don't use technical jargon. So in this example, it was very simple. What came into your mind and what you thought could be the thing is something that everyone can relate to. But if you add some jargons into it, people will get disconnected from that, right? Always pretend that you're explaining your idea to a friend in a class, right? So you could say AI enabled logistics and all other things, use the technical jargon. Instead, you can always say a smart app that helps track delivery faster, right? The simpler you talk, better the people will be able to connect with you. The third thing is you have to paint a picture of the problem and your solution, right? When you're talking, the audience should be able to imagine this situation and they should be able to think how your business idea, the business product, business service is going to transform their life or the situation. For example, imagine walking into a school with heavy books every day. Now imagine an app where you can read the same books on your tablet, lighter, cheaper, and eco-friendly, right? So you showed them what is happening today. Kids are carrying heavy bags versus they are traveling light because they have the means to read the same books on a digital device. Now you have to use this storytelling in your pitch as well, right? You have to use imagine, what if kind of phrases so that it captures the attention of the audience. Okay. And you should always end with how your product or service is going to make the life better for them. Only then they will be able to connect with the business idea. Okay. Now the confidence tips. These are important because when you are talking to the investors or to the stakeholders, confidence matters the most. Okay. The pitch has to be presented in a confident manner. You have to believe in your business idea in order for rest of the world to believe in your business idea, right? So that confidence has to ooze out when you are going to talk. For that, you can practice out loud. You The best way is to stand in front of a mirror and you have to talk as if you are talking to yourself. Watch out your expressions when you are talking. When you're talking, you will be able to see, hey, what expression I am going to show. I am showing the wrong expressions. This has to be really exciting, but my face is very normal, or it is showing a different emotion. So do it to yourself. That's the first thing. You can do it to your family and your friends and ask for the feedback, right? This is another way to build the confidence. They can tell you, I heard this thing, but I think you can improve the pitch here, you can improve the tone here, you have to add the pauses. So their feedback will be very, very important, right? The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. In the corporate world, what they do is they will let you talk for 2 minutes. The video is created and it is given back to you so that you can watch it and see how you spoke, and then you can see, oh, here I could improve. Hey, I didn't do this thing. Oh, I should have done that thing, right? If you are doing it to yourself, you will be the best judge. But doing it in front of the people will give you the validation as well, how they are receiving your pitch. Okay. Second thing that you should do is you should always speak slowly and clearly. Slowly doesn't mean that you stretch each and every word or increase the pauses between the words, but you have to take small pauses after the key points, right? That is important. People should be able to visualize what you are saying. One sentence is finished, a small pause, and the second sentence starts. If you're not taking enough pauses, they might overhear it, they might ignore that thing, they may not get time to process that idea. So don't rush, always take small pauses after the points. Clear pronunciation always helps the audience follow easily, right? Usually, if you're talking fast, it shows that you are nervous. If you're talking calmly, that shows that you are confident, right? Keep that in mind. Talking faster doesn't mean that you know everything. Rather, it gives the signal that you are nervous. If you're talking at a slow pace, at a normal pace with appropriate pauses, it oozes the confidence. Third, you should use a smile and the natural gestures. Your body language will convey more than what you are going to speak. A smile will always look friendly and trustworthy. Any of the pitching that you have seen in the Shark Tank or any other programs that you have seen, they always start with a smile. A smile is well received. And you can use your hands to explain the ideas, but don't overdo it. And you should always stand in a good posture. You should stand tall, or if you're sitting, you have to sit straight. That shows the confidence. Fourth thing that you have to do, and this is very, very important, you have to believe in your idea, right? Confidence comes only when you believe in something. If you don't believe in your idea, nobody else will. Okay. And the confidence always starts in the mind. If you believe your idea can help people, they will also understand this thing. They will also believe in this. Think of your pitch as sharing something exciting, not just presenting, right? You should be excited about your idea, and that excitement should go into your audience, and they should get excited about your idea, right? And always replace the nervous thoughts. What if I fail? What if I am not able to do all these things? Always replace that with the positive ones. I'm sharing something useful. People are going to appreciate that. It's going to change their life. It is going to do this and that, all these things. So, a tip for you is record yourself once when you are making a pitch and then watch it back and note what one thing you can improve. Once you have improved, again, record yourself, watch back, and see, can I improve one more thing here? Can I do one more thing here? Do two or three times, and then you will see that you are perfecting your pitch. Okay. Now for the pitch, what tools you can use? Obviously, for the presentation, PowerPoint is the most common. It's easy to use in the schools. You can have pictures, text, transitions, whatever you want. Alternate of PowerPoint is Google Slides. It's again available free. It's an online tool. If you're working as a team, it's fantastic and it's easy to share. Or you can use Canva. Canva is also becoming very popular with Gen Z. They prefer making the presentations in Canva than PowerPoint. It has ready-made templates, has colorful designs, simple drag and drop. You can create the posters, you can create the startup slides, whatever you are presenting. Keep your slides clean. Always use big fonts, fewer words, and more visuals. Okay, a visual can make more impact than the words. Keep this in mind. Don't overdo anywhere, but always have a balance about that. As far as video recording is concerned, for the pitch delivery, as we saw in one of the previous modules, the phone camera is the best thing that you can do. It's the easiest option. Go into a quiet room with a good lighting, start recording, right? If you are not able to do this, go to Zoom. You can record yourself while presenting the slides and then you can watch yourself. Or you can use the tools like Loom. It's again an online tool to record your screen, your voice, and the face together. Always, whenever you are preparing the pitch, you should record yourself twice before you are giving out the final version. And every time you make a pitch, record yourself, watch yourself again to see what is that I can improve. Improve it, make a recording, again view what I can improve, and then you make the final version. At least two iterations should be there. You should always smile and you should always keep the camera steady. Better to have a stand, if not, then a laptop on a firm surface. Practice and practice. Okay. Now, as far as the graphics are concerned, for the visuals and the creativity, you can use Canva templates. There are a lot of startup pitch templates. There are posters. There are infographics. You can use any of those. You can use free icons like flat icon, icons 8, and you can download those small icons for free. There are colorful icons, monochrome icons, there are filled icons, variety of icons are there, and all of those icons are free. Sometimes, creativity is best conveyed through the icons. Then you can also use the images. You can use Freepic. It is now rebranded as Magnific. You can use Unsplash, you can use Pixabay, all of them are giving royalty-free images to be used in your presentations, right? Visuals should be there in your presentation, but you have to choose the visuals that support your story. They should not distract from it, right? Let's say you're talking about some serious stuff and then you have put a visual around the cartoon, Mickey Mouse and something else. It is going to distract. But if it is related to your story, and it is supporting what you are saying, it is not going to create a distraction, but it is going to reinforce the idea what you are conveying there. Okay. Any questions before we move ahead? Ishanya, Abhinav?
No, sir.
Okay. So here comes your assignment. Now, what you have to do is you have to create your final pitch. Now, after these 10 modules, you are now the entrepreneur. You have to share your idea in a way that makes the people excited to support it. Okay. The business idea that you thought of in module one and you have been carrying forward in all of those modules, various collaterals that you have created, the podcast that you have created, the poster that you have created, whatever you have created as part of the assignments, now it is the time to bring everything together. Okay. Your final pitch has to have the following elements. As described in the previous slide, you have to introduce yourself and your idea. Okay. You can start with, hello, my name is XYZ and my idea is ABC. Keep it simple and clear. Okay. For example, hi, I am Dia. My idea is an app that helps students recycle their old notebooks. Okay. The second problem would be to explain the problem. Okay. What challenge or need do people face and why does it matter? For example, every year students throw away used notebooks, wasting paper and harming the environment. The third step would be to share your solution. You have to talk about how does your product or service is solving the problem. You have to show the main features in a very simple way. For example, my app connects students to the local recycling centers and gives the rewards for every notebook recycled. Okay. The fourth step is highlighting what makes it unique. Why should people choose your idea instead of others? Is it cheaper? Is it faster? Is it more fun? It is more eco-friendly or whatever be the reason, right? So example, unlike other apps, mine gives the eco points that students can redeem for free stationery. Okay. Fifth thing that you have to do is you have to talk about the promotion plan, how you are going to tell the people about your idea. For example, will it be through posters? Will it be through Instagram posts, YouTube videos, the school clubs, word of mouth, whatever it is? Okay. For example, I will promote it on Instagram and create the fun challenges for the students to share their recycling stories. And the sixth step is you have to have a strong closing. You have to end with a confidence and passion. For example, together we can make recycling fun and save thousands of trees. Join me in building a greener tomorrow. Okay. Now this pitch has to be a video pitch. Again, 2 minutes video pitch. You have to record yourself speaking. Okay. Accompanied by a slideshow and the narration again for 2 minutes. You can create 5 to 7 slides with your voice explaining each of those slides. Okay. Again, practice at least 2 times before recording. Keep it under 2 minutes. Be creative, be confident, and be enthusiastic. Okay. Now, this is the 10th assignment. When you upload this assignment, you will be able to proceed ahead. So far, until now, you were only able to upload it and you cannot go beyond. Now that the 10th module assignment will be uploaded, you will be able to go ahead in the form, fill rest of the form, whatever information is needed, and then you will be able to submit the assignment. Okay. You will get 1 week to submit all of your assignments, which means by next Sunday, which is today is what? Today is 12th of July. So by 19th of July, you will get the time to upload all the assignments and then submit the form. After that, we will take at least 1 week to look at your assignments and do the evaluation. The results will be out by the next to next Sunday, which will be 26th of July. We'll be telling you who all have cleared this thing. We'll also give you the feedback. And if you want to continue with your business idea and seek our support beyond this internship as well, you are more than welcome to do so. Okay. And towards the closing, I'll talk about the SASF Venture Labs that we are going to launch soon for all of you budding entrepreneurs. If you have an idea and you want to try it out before commercializing it, we'll give you the opportunity to do that. Or if you want to play around with something and you don't have the idea, we have certain ideas. If you want to play around and want to see how that entrepreneurship journey would look like, and if the pilot is done, it is successful, we'll give you the rights to commercialize that idea and convert this into a business or something. Okay. Any questions so far regarding the assignments? Abhinav, Ishanya?
No, sir.
Okay. So remember, your idea has the power, and a great pitch makes the people believe in it. Okay. Be creative. Don't be afraid to think differently. Always add the personal touch. It could be a story, it could be a catching slogan, it could be a simple drawing. Creativity will make your pitch memorable. Be confident. Confidence doesn't mean being loud, it means believing in yourself. Stand tall, make eye contact, even with the camera, and trust the effort you have put into your idea. Right? Charity begins at home, so you have to trust your idea. Only then the confidence will come in whatever you are doing. And always have fun while pitching. You enjoy the process. A smile and enthusiasm will make the pitch much more engaging. People will connect with the energy as much as with the ideas. And lastly, remember every big company that you know as of today, be it Google, be it YouTube, be it Instagram, be it Tesla, whatever the brands that you know, they all started with a small idea. Somebody thought of this small idea and then they built upon it and they were able to build these big empires. And your idea could be the next big thing as well. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. So we are there to support you. Any of your issues, doubts you have, you can always reach out to us through email, through phone, or best thing is to post your question into the WhatsApp group so that other people can also learn from it. They can also contribute on it. And then this is the QR code for our LinkedIn page, where we announce what all different things that we are doing, not only in the education but in the other sectors as well. So, a brief about this SASF Venture Labs, what we are creating. There are two ways. If you bring your idea and you want to try out with SAS Foundation, we will give you that opportunity to try out that idea. We will give you the mentor who is going to guide you in this entire journey. You will do most of the work so that you understand how you design your business. Okay, how do you bring your idea into convert that into a sustainable business? Okay, because just having an idea does not make it sustainable. You have to really work out the financials around that. Do you really need a loan or not? If yes, how much? How much loan is necessary? And how do you figure out that your business will become sustainable? What if it doesn't become sustainable in the stipulated time? Do you close down the business or you have plan B? All those things you will get to learn in the venture labs. Okay. The other thing is we have a lot of ideas and we need the budding entrepreneurs who want to pick up the ideas and try it out and see whether it works or not. Once it works, we give you the commercialization rights to commercialize that idea as your own business. Okay. Both these options are there, and we are soon going to make an announcement around the venture labs. But this is for your information because you are doing the digital entrepreneurship. If you have an interest in carrying forward the idea that you are pitching as part of this internship, or a different idea that you want to try it out with us, you're most welcome to do all those things. Okay. Any questions, Ishanya, Abhinav, regarding the internship or the assignment submission or the venture labs or any other thing?
No, sir.
Okay. You want to share how has been your experience with the internship, Abhinav?
Sir, I would like to share that I uh, I learned a lot. Like the voice modulation thing was truly good for me as I have a stage fear, and it helped a lot, and
Hmm.
it reflected in my audios and videos too.
Hmm. You're improving now, is it?
Yes, sir.
Great. Very good. Ishanya, do you want to share your experience? How has your experience been with the this internship?
So I think they have
Oh,
left.
she has left, eh? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Any other question, Abhinav? If not, then we can close the call.
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Abhinav. Submit your assignments in time. Do the practice before you submit this pitch. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.